So as we're looking ahead to 2026, there's one idea that's going to define your success more than pretty much anything else. And it's this: what you pay attention to literally creates your reality. And it's not about working harder, It's about noticing smarter. We're about to break down exactly how you can program your own mental filter to find the success you're looking for.
You know, it all starts with a moment like this. I heard a 73-year-old business owner say this not too long ago, and wow, did that hit me. I think it hits all of us, right? You spend your whole life getting great at what you do, and then you wake up one day and it feels like the entire rule book has been thrown out the window.
And look, this feeling, it's not just him. It's the big challenge for pretty much every entrepreneur and professional out there today. It feels so personal, like it's just happening to you. But really, it's this universal pressure we're all under. The ground is just constantly moving under our feet.
I mean, this slide just breaks it down perfectly, doesn't it? It's that feeling of being totally overwhelmed. You've got new frameworks you have to learn, AI is turning whole industries upside down, your clients want something new every other week, and you're just mentally fried from switching gears all day long. I mean, does any of this sound familiar? I'm guessing it does.
Okay, so here's where it gets really important. When you're faced with all that chaos, you have a fundamental choice to make. You can either panic and just focus on all the things that are breaking and changing, or you can get curious. You can start focusing on what's suddenly possible because of all that change. And that one choice, that's the fork in the road. It sets the stage for literally everything else.
To really get a handle on the power of this choice, I want to tell you a story. It's about a master craftsman, a guy named Bruce, and his story really holds the secret to intentionally directing our attention. And that, right there, is the key to navigating all this change.
So Bruce, he's the real deal. We're talking custom tables that sell for 30 grand a pop. This guy has been at the top of his game for over 40 decades. And over all those years, he started to see this really strange pattern among the people who worked for him. And he just couldn't figure it out at first. So here's what he saw. His absolute best woodworkers, the true masters of the craft, were also amazing at sweeping the floor. They took this incredible pride in it. But the mediocre craftsmen, well, they were okay at woodworking, but they hated sweeping. They saw it as beneath them. Same shop, same broom, two completely different worlds. How is that possible?
And that's when it clicked for Bruce. The difference wasn't about two different skills, no. It was about one single underlying mindset. The master craftsman had an attention filter that was programmed to find opportunities for excellence in everything. Every single little task was another chance to be a master.
And this quote from Bruce, man, it just nails it. He realized he wasn't just programming what he paid attention to, he was programming his entire reality. By setting his filter to hunt for opportunities and excellence, that's exactly what his world was made of. Bottom line, what you look for is what you find. Your world is literally built from the things you pay attention to.
Okay, so Bruce's story is incredible, right? But what's even crazier is that this isn't just some feel-good philosophy. It's actually backed by some pretty mind-blowing neuroscience. There's a real biological reason why this attention filter is so ridiculously powerful. Get ready for this. Every single second of every day, your senses are just getting hammered with about 11 million bits of information. That's everything you see, hear, feel, the whole shebang. It's a total fire hose of data, and there's just no way your conscious mind can handle all of it.
So your brain, this amazing machine, has to act like a bouncer at a club. It has to filter almost everything out, or you just short circuit. But the amount it actually lets through to your conscious mind is going to shock you.
So out of that 11 million bits, how many do you think actually make it to your conscious mind? The answer is just 40. 40. That's it. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. Your entire conscious reality is built from just 40 bits of information out of a possible 11 million.
I mean, just look at this chart. It's staggering. Your brain is throwing out 99.9996% of your environment by default. So the question isn't if your brain is filtering reality. It absolutely is. The real question, the one that changes everything, is what are the rules for that filter? Who's in charge of the guest list?
Which brings it all back to you. What is your filter set for? Because if it's programmed to look for threats, guess what? Your world is going to be full of problems, competition, and a feeling that there's never enough. But if it's set for opportunities, that exact same world will suddenly reveal possibilities, collaboration, and abundance. The outside world doesn't change, but your experience of it, it's a completely different universe depending on that one setting.
And this, right here, is where we get to the good stuff. This is where you take back control. See, most of us have let our filters get programmed by accident. You know, by old fears or what society tells us to look for. But here's the amazing news. You can reprogram it. You can do it on purpose and set it to find exactly what you need for 2026. And it's actually a pretty straightforward two-step solution. First, you have to get absolutely crystal clear on what you want your filter to find. We're going to use this amazing Japanese concept called Ikigai to get that clarity. And second, you have to actively train that filter every single day to go out and find those things for you. Now, this little gatekeeper in your brain actually has a name. It's called the Reticulor Activity System, or RAS for short. It's only about the size of your pinky, but it has this enormous impact on your life. But you don't need to remember that. Let's just call it what it is for us, your success filter. So how do we actually reprogram this thing? It comes down to 3 simple steps. 1, get super specific about what you want to notice. Vague goals just don't work for the RAS. 2, spend 5 minutes a day playing a vivid mental movie of your success. And 3, and you cannot skip this one, is that when your newly tuned filter flags an opportunity, you have to act on it. That action creates this powerful feedback loop that tells your brain, yes, that's it. Find more of that. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? Let's get super practical. Here is a dead simple 30-day action plan you can start today to get your filter dialed in and ready for an incredible 2026. So here's what your first 30 days look like. Week 1, just block out an hour or 2 for a really honest Ikigai review. Figure out what excellence and opportunity mean for you right now in this season of your life. Then for the next 3 weeks, you just commit to that 5-minute daily reprogramming practice. That's the whole commitment. Super simple. Okay, so let's break down that 5-minute daily habit. What does it actually look like? Well, first you start with a clear statement. Something like, I notice opportunities too, and fill in the blank. Then you play that mental movie, and you make it rich with details. What do you see, hear, feel? Then, during your day, when your filter points something out, just take a second to write it down. And finally, take one small action on it within 48 hours. That last piece, acting on it, is what really locks in the new programming. It's absolutely non-negotiable.
And just like that, we're right back where we started, with Bruce, the master craftsman. See, this isn't just a business tactic. This is about designing the very fabric of your life. The problems are out there, for sure, but so are the opportunities. Both exist side by side. Your filter is the only thing that decides which one you live.
So as we finish up here, it all comes down to this one simple question. The threats are out there, the competition is real, but so are the amazing possibilities, the potential collaborations, the moments of beauty and excellence. You get to choose. You hold the remote control for your own attention. The question is, what are you going to program it to find in 2026?